Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Pam Olson.
What would you tell clients are your takeaways from this week?
My key takeaways from this week are that while some progress was made on lifting the debt ceiling, there is still a long way to a bipartisan agreement, and it continues to be the legislative issue that must be addressed before other legislation can move forward. The progress came in the form of a concrete proposal from Speaker McCarthy to lift the debt ceiling by $1.5 trillion, coupled with measures to cut spending and roll back the $80 billion in IRS funding and the energy provisions of the Inflation Reduction Act. Progress is none too soon, as early indications from final 2022 and first quarter 2023 tax payments are that the Treasury Department may run out of options as early as June to continue paying the government's bills. Before Speaker McCarthy's proposal can move forward, however, House Republican leadership will have to get the support of nearly all House Republicans. Success on that front is uncertain and merely sets the stage to begin negotiations with the Senate and President Biden.
Which question related to policy did you get asked the most, and how did you respond?
The two questions I got the most related to expiring provisions and the IRS Strategic Operating Plan. My reaction on expiring provisions is that a group of small businesses harmed by the loss of the R&D deduction are beginning to make themselves heard. From the standpoint of those anxious for Congress to turn its attention to expiring provisions, this is a welcome development because it amps up the urgency of legislative action. On the IRS Strategic Operating Plan, while it is light on details, there are questions about whether it underinvests in technology and whether the hiring plans are realistic given competition in the market for employees with accounting and technology backgrounds, which is what the IRS will need.
Where should companies focus their attention in the coming week?
Companies should focus their attention on being prepared for Congress to turn to expiring provisions and on issues for which they need regulatory guidance flowing from the IRA, because Treasury is hard at work on further guidance for those provisions, particularly the book minimum tax.